Heather, we're back to square one here, it seems. What is the Pentagon going through right now in terms of options when it comes to targeting, knowing that we've been here before?
Well, Joe, I think we have to focus on the objective, which is the Strait of Hormuz, and trying to make sure that Iran can't control it. So what you've seen over the last 3 days have been attacks on their coastal installations, fast boats, the drones, their missiles that could attack those shipping structures. This is very similar to what we've seen a few months ago. They're going back over some of the same targeting packages, and you're also seeing, Iran still retains that capability. So there's been some reconstitution on the Iranian military part as well.
Despite repeatedly the president saying that these capabilities had effectively been eradicated by the first round of Operation Epic Fury. So how long would you realistically expect, Heather, for this to last? Because the first go around, we were hearing language from the White House that it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks, and then perhaps just a few weeks after that. It seems that, at least for right now, it's open-ended, that there is no end in sight.
So we know the White House has notified Congress about this latest attack. So the 60-day clock begins. We know the White House does not want Congress to weigh in on authorization of use of military force. So I can't give you a timeline, but that's a 60-day and early September clock where I think they will not want to have anything impact their operations. Again, I think we will continue to see this tit for tat until, again, like the last time, then there'll be some peace effort to try to stabilize, and we're going to go around this ring over and over again. Both sides can't accomplish its mission fully, which is control of the strait, unless you would see the U.S. put a substantial military package that would basically truly seize the strait, which I think is a bigger operational package than we have right now in the Gulf. In
the meantime, the administration has set the precedent now of starting and stopping the clock on this, so we could go 59 days tell Congress we're no longer at war, and the war powers conversation has changed quite a bit. But I'm looking at these CENTCOM videos that we're playing while you're speaking, Heather. Cruise missiles coming off of ships, air-to-ground missiles being shot by very expensive fighter jets. The conversation leading up to this point was, how do we replace all of these munitions? We're about to blow up a lot more stuff here. To what extent are we capable of continuing this operation while also being able to wage another war if it were necessary? So,
Joe, this is exactly where my concerns are, our munition stockpiles. Again, we go back to last year in the 12-day war, how much munition stocks we've used. And you're right, this sustainment, again, we've had a pretty robust naval posture for months in the Gulf. You need to resupply those vessels. You need to relieve those crews. You need to relieve those ships. The missile use, the high-end particular, they have long production lead times. So it is something we have to watch very carefully. These stocks are going to start getting into critical thresholds here, and it just takes us so long to produce them. The Defense Production Act has been put into place. We have those means, but I think it's going to take a while, and it will start affecting long-term operations for sure.
Well, and that's just, of course, the U.S.'s ability to posture offensively and defensively. What of the other Gulf states? What of Israel? Because I highly doubt, Heather, that this will stay limited to just the U.S. and Iran if it follows the pattern that it did in the first go-round.
Well, and we've just seen over the last 48 hours hitting Jordan for the first time. And you're absolutely right. This is where those air defense capabilities are so important, and they are so stretched. We don't have as much Patriots, again, Ukraine, and needing to help them with air defenses. So our allies are looking elsewhere for those types of production capabilities. But you're right, we are spread thin. Our Gulf allies need additional resources. Again, we just saw today Saudi's attack on Yemen. They also are using offensive capabilities as well as defensive. And again, keep our eyes on multiple theaters. We have a China definitely challenging in the maritime space on the first island chain. We see the needs for Ukraine to air defenses in particular. So everybody's stretched right now.
Boy, isn't that right? As we're talking about Ukraine, it does appear that now that the president is supporting a Russia sanctions bill crafted largely by Lindsey Graham,
Absolutely.
that this is going to see the light of day. What would be its impact on the war?
Yeah, I think this would be substantial. This has been so long, and it is such a tribute to Senator Graham, and I feel very confident that it will pass. The question is, how will the White House use it? In that language, it was watered down. The president has lots of notwithstanding authority, meaning he doesn't have to use it. But this is a huge hit. I mean, it will whammy the Russians while their economy is now really feeling what the Ukrainians call the long-term sanctions. I mean, the fuel lines are very long. The Russian economy is shaking. The Russians will persevere, though. I think that's the challenge here. But if that is put into place, the Russians are really going to feel it. It will have a big effect, and I'm glad the president continues to be supportive of President Zelensky. It was a good outcome at the NATO meeting. The Europeans are stepping up today hugely on air defense capabilities. So some positive news, but it will get worse before it gets better, I fear.